Hello, this is D. Allen with Life Lesson Sports. So, I wanted to talk to you today about Coach Prime and the Colorado program in terms of, are you a supporter of Coach Prime or not? I have been seeing a lot of content out there, and I've been seeing both sides. And one thing that I have learned throughout life is, hey, you can support a person even if they're wrong or they made a mistake or what have you. But there's always a way of doing it, right? So, if I have a relationship with a friend or a sibling or spouse or whatever, right? And let's say that person makes a mistake or that person is just flat out wrong about something. Sure, hey, I'm a supporter of that person. Um, I may even love that person, and I'm going to correct them. I'll tell them the truth about something if they're in error. And even times if a person has even been loud and wrong, we've all been loud and wrong about something. Even in a situation like that, there's a way to go about saying, hey, this was a mistake, this wasn't right, this, that, whatever. Because we all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. You think even on a professional level at work or something, you may send out a reminder email to a group or to a person saying, hey, this is a gentle reminder of X, Y, and Z, because there's a way, a professional way, a gentle way of correcting somebody, reminding somebody of something, or whatever the case may be. And so when I think of Coach Prime, University of Colorado, Coach Prime isn't perfect. None of us are, and we're all learning, and we're relying sometimes even on others can play a part in our success as well as our failures. Right? It could happen, especially in a team sport type thing. Right? But any coach, you look at any Hall of Fame coach or, you know, someone that was very successful at something, many times it didn't always start off that way. So you think since Coach Prime came to University of Colorado, he's had a 4-8 season following the first season he was there. Prior to that, the team was 1-11 before he arrived, and getting blown out every week. Then in his second season, their record was 9-4. They made the Alamo Bowl game. They actually finished the regular season, like a four-way tie for first place in the Big 12 conference, which is relatively unheard of to go from 1-11 to 4-8 to 9-4, and now you're in position to outright win the Big 12 conference championship and go to the Big 12 championship game. Now they stumbled along the way. It was completely in their hands, in Colorado's control, and they went to Kansas, didn't play well, and lost that game. And now it took control out of their hands. And now it's a numbers game. If this team does that and this team does that, you don't want to be in that situation. But they went 9-4. Many of the players went, got a shot in the league, are still in the league. You had a Heisman winner on that team, Johnny Unitas, Golden Arm Award winner, and uh, all of these other accolades that players from that team and just accomplishments that occurred. Biletnikoff Award winner, all of these things, right? And then he comes into his third season. All of that talent moved on, went into the pros, a lot of them, or just graduated. Some may be playing in Canada or whatever. Others may just be working a job right now. And then you come into the third season and they go 3-9. Offensively and defensively, they looked really bad as a team, even though the team was loaded, I think, with quality, talented players. But talented players don't always equal a successful team and or a successful record. So now he goes 3-9. A lot of people, but people entering the transfer portal, even some of the better players on the team, but that's happening at every university at this time. People can jump in the portal for different opportunities, better opportunities that they perceive. They could get more money at another school or whatever. They may want to transfer somewhere closer to home, whatever the case is. But you've got people out there bashing Coach Prime and just, well, he didn't do this and he didn't do that and he's not recruiting this and they not recruiting these folks, these local kids from the state, and they ain't doing this and they ain't doing that. And I told them to do this and they're not giving, planning to kids and people texting me and just all of these. You got a lot of people out there saying things. And I think a lot of times people are saying things because anything connected to Coach Prime in Colorado right now can get attention. This video I'm making right now can get attention because of the topic that I'm talking about. And so people do things for attention and followers and clicks and stream because at the end of the day you can make money off of it. Okay, we can be honest about that. Coach Prime recently said the number one reason these kids, athletes, get in the portal is money. The same thing applies even to content creation. People, want to get money. There's an opportunity to establish yourself, put out consistent good content or whatever, and it could lead to that, to making money. So yeah, people enjoy creating content. I enjoy creating content. But in the back of my mind, I know that it could lead to finances, revenue. So, let's be serious about that. But even if Coach Prime is wrong or mishandled something or whatever, let's say that's the case. There's a way that you approach him, especially if you've been invited in to his circle somewhat. And, there's a way to go about doing it. You don't want to serve somebody something up, a beautiful dinner, steak dinner or something, on a garbage can lid. That's not how you do that. It's inappropriate, and on so many levels, it's disrespectful. One thing I've learned is you can't be, and Coach Prime knows this, and I don't know Coach Prime. I've just followed him from a distance, and I'm a supporter of him and what he's doing. But something that I've learned is you don't live your life or make your decisions based on what somebody's always telling you or offering up to you. And so you can have a person, let's say Coach Prime with some of these, I don't know if they supporters or what they are really. If he to the letter did everything they told him to do, recruited to kids they telling him to recruit, running his program that they telling him to run, the way they telling him to run it, those same individuals would still find something negative to say about what he did or how he recruited the kid or how this game plan was written up or provided or not. They would. One thing, first of all, Coach Prime is a faith-based person, okay? And there's cameras around him. That's what he do. That comes along with him. And so if number one, if you're not the athlete or the staff or whatever that wants to be around somebody talking about God, talking about Jesus, praying and doing all these things like that, don't go there and don't go around them because that's not what you into. Or if you don't want to be on camera, they got cameras following them around and they put that content out. If you don't want to be around that, don't go there. That's not the place for you. Okay. And so going back to Coach Prime being a faith-based person, if you've ever read the Bible about Abraham, I want to say there was the king of Salem, right, offered Abraham and was like, hey, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, I'll give you this if you just let me have this. And Abraham told him, his response to him was something to the effect of, I'm not going to accept anything from you, not even a shoelace, because you'll never be able to say you made me rich. In Coach Prime's case, rich and famous, right? God told Abraham, I'll bless you and make your name great and you'll be a blessing. And I'm not going into Bible study here, but Coach Prime knows that. So no one will ever be able to say that they made him this or that. He's saying it all comes from God, and God is directing and ordering my steps or his steps, right? And so he's not going to allow these outside detractors, fake supporters, lukewarm supporters, or whatever you want to call them, dictate how he runs his program and how he goes about doing things, who he's recruiting, and just all of these things. And if a person is a supporter of his, and if he makes a mistake about something, or you have a disagreement with something he does, and you're a person that he's invited into his space, there's a way to go about expressing your opinion, displeasure, or whatever about something that he's done or didn't do. And what I'm seeing out here is just a lot of individuals just saying stuff and accusing and just saying a lot of negative things and being loud about it. And that's not how we do business. In the professional realm, that ain't how you do business. And it don't matter how talented a person was playing sports at one point in their life, how high they went and rose, what they're doing professionally now, because really nobody cares about any of that stuff other than that person and their family. And so it's just, are you a supporter of Coach Prime and the things he's doing or not? So I just wanted to talk about that today. I thank you for listening, and I'll see you again real soon.